Okay, it's July 24th, 5:58 PM. We are conducting the Town of Sangerville Emergency Select Board meeting. Let's all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we'll open the meeting. Jeff Peters, Josh Tracy, Mike Gould as select persons present, Matt Blockler, fire chief present, and Michelle, our town clerk, present. Item number 2, open session, limited to 2 minutes extension per chair. Do we have any open session conversation? Being none, we'll move to item 3. Discussion and update on the fire department Scott air packs. I make a motion, we move this discussion to the floor.
Second.
Discussion. So in talking with Matt, we've been talking about ordering the air packs from the same company that is doing our fireman gear. Matt's been working on this project for a bit with us. And Matt's conversation with the rep from this company, we've got the price of the packs and all the gear to $36,940. If we order these, in a similar time frame with the uniforms and the gear that we ordered. So I think what we need to discuss is time frame for him to order it and how we go about paying for it.
Okay, so, the money, we moved the money out of the CD, it's down at Camden, so we don't have to withdraw it from anywhere. It's basically sitting in our account.
Okay. And it's been passed by the people and the people are good with it. So at this point, I would make a motion that we have a motion on the floor for discussion. I'd like to make a motion that we instruct the fire chief to order the equipment, and then have us pay for it when it comes.
I'll second that.
What's the time frame with that?
So he said that he likes to say 30 to 60 days, but he said Scott has been really good lately. So he said it's probably gonna be on the lower end of that before you actually see it. But it could be between 30 and 60 days. We spoke, because we got the grant for the gear, we said, hey, if we do this now, what can you do? And they ended up getting that number down. I can't remember what the initial estimate was, but I think it was 39 something. And so he knocked as much as he possibly could. We went back and forth for a while. So.
I think it's an everybody wins deal,
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
people have voted for it, and if we do it all together, we can save a little bit of money, so. A couple thousand extra that can go to something else in town instead of that, so.
So no other hidden cost, this is it.
This is it, we're tax exempt and there's no delivery, so.
The only other discussion I have, the article read 4 Scott air packs, $40,000, and I just wanna make it clear that what we do here tonight fulfills the petition.
It does, yep.
so that there's no gray area, that there's not another $2,000 or $3,000 coming later for something else because we saved money. Basically, this is what the people voted for, is 4 Scott's air packs, and this is gonna fulfill that.
In bottles, right?
With
Yes.
the bottles, yeah, that's all kind of,
We might as well read what that says. It is, 4 Scott, and it gives the model number of the air packs, and 8 Scott carbon cylinder and valves, and 4 Scott medium vision C5 face pieces, and then the shipping and handling reads 0 in the, so that's what we'll be getting for our money. And that is what you were looking for, correct?
yep, that's what we were looking for, that, gets us ahead of the game, and like I said, we'll keep plugging away at grants, and hopefully we'll get the rest of them taken care of at no cost, but this will get us in a better place so that we can comfortably say that these guys are good.
Myself, I'm very pleased with the grant that you guys got too. I think that's a direction we need to really be looking.
Yep, no, and we'll continue to keep any possibility that there is. We'll be writing for all of them. I just saw another one that's coming up next month, so I'll write that too, and
Yep.
hope for the best, but.
So the motion's on the floor to have, Matt move forward with ordering the gear. We have a second?
Second.
All in favor of Matt ordering the gear? 3 in favor. It's a decision. Order the gear, Matt.
I would let you know. Thank you, guys.
Okay, moving on. Item number 4. We need to sign the special town meeting warrant.
These are the copies for you guys to review. And then this is the one, if you agree, that's the one I need to sign and post. So number 5, I've been back and forth with MMA today. This article should have been presented to the town as a revaluation, so they knew what they were gonna be paying for. So with this wording, we'll be able to get permission to expend that money, although last time it was actually tied up in a lump sum general government contract. So you didn't see it pulled out. So with this wording, as long as we get permission from the townspeople, then we'll be able to pay Hamlin Associates.
Okay. Now, did you get clarification on the extending the 2% discount thing?
I did not.
You did not.
No, I think it's a town vote. That's how it goes to the public. So to extend it, we go back to the townspeople to vote it through.
Yeah. And by August 31st, it's gonna be a moot point.
Right, August 31st, interest starts September 1. So we've got a lot of the taxes in. I mean, it has been pretty steady the last couple of days that we've been open. So people are taking advantage of the 2%.
And the date of the town meeting, we've talked about this back and forth. The date of this town meeting is pretty much, that's when it's gotta be to fit everything we've gotta do, correct?
Yes, because this puts it at, just before town meeting. So this would be, the 7 days takes it to the end of July. And so if we don't extend it on the July 31st, then we've had it expire, and we'd have to go to town meeting to extend it anyway.
Right, okay.
So that's why the 31st is important, because the discount would normally expire on that date.
Okay.
And that would be a night that we'd have a work session, so we do it just like we would tonight. Do a special town meeting, and then those 3 items, and go to work session if that's what you choose.
So this will be an invited town meeting, but a brief meeting before a select board meeting, probably held here.
You don't have a select board meeting until August, the 1st of August. So the 31st would have been a work, just a
I'm just
regular
wondering, this
work.
says August
Yeah, this
31st.
says
Are we talking
August
July
31st.
31st?
No, oh, crap. Yeah, you're right.
There we go.
You're right.
You-
Then that went off.
The confusion wheels were turning here.
Yes, so it would have to be, so I'd have to fix that
Yeah.
before I can post it. So if, at
So
sometime
this will
tomorrow.
read July
Yes, it will.
31st.
Yeah.
Okay,
If either
now
one
it's
of you
making
could,
sense.
if you two could stop at the office and sign it tomorrow, I'll get it fixed, and then we can post it.
2 signatures, you can post it.
Yep, two signatures of
This will
quorum.
be July.
Yep.
Okay.
If you have it done in the morning, Michelle, I can stop in too.
Okay,
I've gotta come in and see you in the morning anyway.
okay, yeah, it will just take 2 seconds to fix it, so.
Okay, so, we're gonna leave that tabled because we gotta fix some typographical stuff in it.
Yes, I was bouncing back and forth between the 2 today, so.
Moving on to item number 5, select board concerns. You guys have anything?
I have a lot of concerns, but we'd be here all night, I think, if we started talking, so.
So I'll start with that. I've had a lot of concern, and a lot of compliments, all on the same job with our trimming job on the Burrows Road. And just wanted to publicly acknowledge that we've had the concerns. Is he done with that job?
Yes, he turned his bill in today.
He turned his bill in today and goes in to be paid.
Yep, and won't be paid until the town meeting or the board meeting of August, the first Wednesday. It's $6,600.
Now, he was contracted for part of that.
Yep, I have the contracts for you, so that you can see what the contracts for everybody is.
Okay. Just because I've personally had so much concern about that, I think one or all of us should ride out and just look at the job. I think it's important. Especially where I was thinking he was gonna go to like $2,700 or $800, his contracted amount, and that's what we were gonna do.
2 separate contracts. I just got the other contract this week, I think it was Monday. I got the other contract for the 1.5 miles of the Burrows Road.
Because
Okay.
that was sent out on the Friday, he got done in the mail. That was why there was some questions, because I wondered that.
Me too.
And then when you talked about it being that one, that's when I came in and asked you. And I assumed the same thing at that point, because shouldn't have there been a copy given to you so that you would know if something was coming?
I would have thought so, but Jeff did a lot of stuff that I don't always see. And Patrick did the same thing. He dealt with the contracts, put them in the book, and I open them only if I need to look at them. So this one time I happened to look and there was nothing for the Burrows Road in the book. So I asked him about it, he brought me a copy.
Yeah, that was done in the select board meeting. There was a citizen complaint, and Jeff had agreed to tend to it in a selectmen's meeting. I remember that.
Yep.
Okay. Any other concerns with you guys? Anything to move?
We need to address Flanders Hill especially that hole.
by Peggy.
Yeah, it got
Please.
worse in this last little bit, we've gotten, so not a lot worse, but it's a little deeper.
Have we got anything for cones around it so people don't fall in the hole?
There's nothing around it, no.
We need to,
Barricade, nothing.
we need to tend to that.
Yeah. Scott had contacted me the other day because Jeff Libby had asked him to fix it, cause he was gone in Vermont working, so he told him he would fix it when he got back, but he had one of his guys come over and patch it for now. So I guess we need to decide whether we're just gonna patch again, if we're gonna fix, or how we're gonna go about this.
Where do we stand with that without a town manager to make that decision?
I think it's on you guys.
Do we have the authority to make that decision?
I really don't know, to tell
We
you
need
the
the,
absolute
we need
truth.
the answer to that, because it's a public safety deal.
Right,
You know, I think
I
we gotta
think,
figure out how that,
it's an bring
I
my
mean,
phone.
to me, he was asked by the town man, or the interim town manager, to fix it at that time, so does it still fall under that ask? You know,
Again, those are areas that I'm not clear on.
okay.
But do we have barricades or cones?
I have a bunch of old cones here that I can put out. We had some out, and then they patched it, so we took the cones back, and then it washed back out again.
if you give me a couple, Matt, tonight, I'll swing by and just drop
I
them
can,
on my way home.
yeah, I'll grab a bunch, and you can throw some out there if you want, and those can stay there. We got new ones through the grant, so we kept the old ones for storm duty.
Yep.
At least they'll help. for
At
now.
least that'll keep somebody from falling in the hole.
Yeah, or if they drive in it, they already drove over a cone first, so.
Right. So, we need to figure out the answer to that question, what we have authority to do
Okay,
without an interim town manager. We can't let the road be unsafe. Any other concerns you guys have been hit with, besides the road thing?
Not as of yet.
I had a number of other small concerns. People had some concerns with, our last town meeting. There was a couple of voting concerns. There was some concerns brought to me about the legality of the prayer thing, so at some point we need to do a little research on that. Nobody was
I
totally
brought
upset.
all of that to the work session, because that's what I thought we were gonna do those in.
Yep, okay, good. Okay, no other concerns? I make a motion that we adjourn this meeting.
Second.
We are adjourned.